Hey YouTube, it's ItsMeMonchhichi, and I'm coming to do a contest entry for Touched by Him's contest if all else fails. Basically, the contest concept is, what do you do to style your hair when all else fails? What is your last resort hairstyle, your go-to hairstyle if things aren't going right with your hair and you cannot do a puff? So this is the hairstyle that I pretty much have been doing consistently, because the only thing about the puff, that is definitely a go-to style, but being that your ends are out, I find that I get a lot of single strand knots when I do puffs a lot. So this style I'm going to show you is something that I do all the time. If you watch my channel, you've probably seen this style before, and it's somewhat of a protective style. And sometimes it's not the what if, you know, if all else fails style for me. Sometimes it's like when I know I do not feel like doing anything else with my hair after I just spent all that time washing and detangling it, that this is what my hairstyle is going to be. So basically it's kind of like a twist roll bun, I guess is what you would call it. And I just basically took mine down. It needs to be redone. So this way you can see that it can easily be done on hair that's already dry or whatever. You could do it if you just have a kind of an old twist out or braid out, or when I first did this was on hair that I had just washed and detangled, and I just put it in this style. So since it's not wet, I'm going to just wet it a little bit just to give it some moisture, because it's been pinned up for, let's see, today is Thursday and I did my hair on Monday since it was the holiday. So basically, and you don't have to have one part down the middle. You could put a part on the side, on whatever side you favor. Doesn't really matter, but I just did it down the middle because it was just easier, and I kind of already had a part right there. So either you want to do this on, you know, wet hair, or you may want to wet it down just a little bit, just to add a little bit of moisture to it, because what I'm going to do is like a little shea butter or whatever, and that on. You could do it with a little bit of gel if you want to use gel, or a curl milk, like I'll show you. I did it originally with the Shea Moisture Curl and Style Milk, because this does add a little bit of hold. It's not a lot of hold like a Eco Styler gel or something, but it's just enough hold that, you know, once it dries, you know, it's pretty much gonna stay in place. So basically all you have to do is take whatever side you're going to start with, kind of want to smooth it back down, and you just take your hair and you just kind of twist it around itself. Now, before I keep going, you don't have to do it like this. You could actually do flat twist on your hair, or you could do a braid, but this is basically so much easier because it's just like boom boom boom, and you just pretty much, hopefully you guys can see that, you just pretty much just twist and twist and twist until you pretty much get to the back. And then what I do is I take my handy dandy clip and I just clip that and hold that in place. Then I come back on the other side and I pretty much do the same thing, just twisting. Oops. Just twisting around, twisting, 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 until I get back around to the back. Then I can take this off, right? Oops. And pretty much at this point, the goal is to just tuck, 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 tuck. Tuck it down. And then you're going to take some bobby pins or flat pins or hair pins or whatever you call them. The ones that don't, that are open. Like this. See how that's open as opposed to the bobby that's closed. These I prefer because my hair is so thick. Sometimes the bobby pin, it gets stuck in there. So, but the thing about the hairpin, sometimes they're so, because they're open, you have to use a lot of them just to, if your hair is really thick, you gotta use a bunch of them just to get your hair to stay in place. So, you basically just pin your hair down as best you can. Try to get it to stay put. I'm going to go ahead and use some of these. And depending on how long your hair is, you know, you can do some really creative stuff. Or not necessarily either how long your hair is or how stretched your hair. It's like if you're doing it from a twist out, your hair may be more stretched out. Or braid out, your hair may be more stretched out than mine. But like I said, I did this right after washing, so it's not really that much stretched out. Pin everything down. And if your hair is wet when you do this, like if you just finished washing it or whatever, you can just pin it up, tie it up, and let it dry overnight, and pretty much you'll have, the style will pretty much last until you take it down. I'm just kind of throwing it together so you guys can get an idea of what it looks like in the end. Put some more pins in the back. And if you have any hair accessories, you can always add those on. You could put a flower here, or sometimes I put a headband on that may have a decorative flower or something. This is probably going to be a little messy, but I just kind of wanted to show you. And the reason why I like this as a go-to style is because it's kind of, not only is it simple, but it's a protective style because it's got your ends all tucked away, and it's kind of like retro, but it's kind of classic. It's not, you could, anywhere you're going, doesn't matter where you're going, if you have your hair like this, you'll be good to go. Like I said, sometimes I put a headband or something on. You can put your little headband on there. One thing about that is it will put that dent in there. And you could also, here it is. And then, you can also put a beanie on top of this. Just throw your beanie on. Boom. Take it off. Hair's still done. And this is perfect, like if you go to the gym a lot, because your hair is not all over the place. This is just my favorite when all else fails style. This is what I rock. Hope you like it. Bye.